Hello guys, welcome back. This is your boy again, Adam Slink. How you guys doing? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you are watching this video from. And as usual, support your boy. Like this video, comment, share it on all the platform. Follow me on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, Adam Slink, and make sure you subscribe and click the bell notification to get updates anytime, any day I upload. So guys, finally, after more than a year, finally, the Endsars protest, most especially that Lekki tollgate, that the government made it seem as if we were all lying. DJ Swifts and some other people who were present at that Lekki tollgate, they on countless occasions came out to say there were no casualty, that no single person was injured, that no single death, that army were not present. Later they said army fired rubber bullets. Well, guess what? After UK did their investigation, pulled out. Amnesty pulled out. CNN, all those people pulled out. Well, guess what? Lagos Panel reportedly indict Nigerian army and police, says they shoot live bullet and killed Lekki tollgate protester while singing national anthem. The Lagos State Judicial Panel on Endsars submitted its report to the Lagos State government today, November 15. That was yesterday. Sarah Reporter reported that the panel, in the report, which is yet to be made public as promised by the state governor, Shawolu, clearly found the Nigerian army and police fired live bullets at peaceful protesters at Lekki tollgate on October 20, 2020. It also concluded that the deliberate absence of officers of the National Army who were present at the Lekki tollgate and who were summoned by the panel was a calculated attempt to conceal material evidence from the panel. According to Sarah Reporters, the panel in its report found the evidence of General A.I. Taiwo, Commander 81 Military Intelligence Brigade, Nigeria Army, Victoria Island, on page 6, 7, 21, and 22. The panel finds that both blanks and live bullets were fired by the Nigerian Army at the Lekki tollgate on October 20, 2020 for the following reasons. They even released the names and numbers of victims, more than 40 something. In that list, you will see names of people who died, people who were harassed, people who were who sustained serious injuries. Their names are there. So now, what will the government do? Will they continue to deny it? What will they do? Like Mohammed and some other government officials out there. Well, firstly, guys, I think we should give full acknowledgement to Justice Doris, because he was the head of that panel, and she did justice to it, honestly. And this one is coming from a listener. It's an important public notice. I hereby serve Justice Doris this notice. For the next 5 years, anytime I jam you for road, Titi corridor, anywhere, in a full Yoruba prostration, I shall be giving you, so help me God. It doesn't matter if you feel embarrassed. Now my body dey ground. Now, what is next for the government? What do you think will be the next step? Is it compensation? Is it, of course, finding those who are guilty? Those policemen, those soldiers that were there, that military officers that were there, they should all be arrested and tried? Or is compensation? Or they simply just forget everything? What do you think is next for the government? What do you think is the next trick? And because of this, don't forget, DJ Swift is no longer in Nigeria, because according to her life was in danger, because she was there videoing it. She was there doing live video on that day. Of course, you guys still remember. And Duto Tom, who is a Nigeria radio personality, said, "Hero, we failed you. Thank you again for doing the right thing in the midst of naysayers. You were too ahead of a few. of them, and you have proven it. Endsars. Well, a lot of people have also talked about this, and actor Okon said, the truth about the Lekki tollgate killing is out now. What a tough job. You have got Uncle Lai Muhammad to defend a lie. This sleeping dog will refuse to lie. Big step to a big win for justice and the people. Thank you, Lagos State Government. Oya, let the prosecution and the compensation commence. Eyes are watching. Well, we are so happy about this news. Honestly, this is something we were not looking forward to, because a lot of much more respected organization has already pulled out. Don't even want to say anything about it. Well, now we have known the truth. The panel have said it all. So what will then now happen? What will be the next step? Well, this one is coming from Falz. He said, these animals legit made us doubt our sanity about the Lekki massacre, you know. Panel don't comply their report now. We gather day. Well, honestly, we really need to give kudos to that panel, because you can't imagine the kind of bribe, the kind of compensation, the kind of bribe they may have offered them, and yet they still decided to say the truth. Honestly, we know we are in this country, man. We know a bribe will be thrown at them, but that justice, that woman refused. I want to believe that she refused to take anything from anyone, and she decided to do her job. Well, and this next one is coming from Renu. Renu said, everyone that joined hands in making us doubt our sanity regarding the Lekki massacre, God will dash you. Of course, I don't want to say that. Well, she also said, there was a massacre of Endsars protesters at the Lekki toll gate by Nigerian military operative and the Nigeria police force on the 20th of October. Buhari Sorosoke, who ordered the shooting, Sanwo-Olu Sorosoke, who had the force beyond control. Well, okay. That just is though. We're still going to be waiting, and let's see exactly what will happen in the nearest future. And don't forget, after that toll gate, after that incident, Fashola, remember now, Fashola went there to inspect the scene, and he was the one that discovered the camera. Well, as at recent, they were asking him about the camera he discovered at Lekki tollgate, and he said, I don't know what happened to the camera discovered. To the camera I recovered at Lekki tollgate. When he was asked, he said, you should not be asking me. You have the tape showing that I handed it over to the government of Lagos. So you have all the recordings. I think you people were there. So don't ask me what happened to the camera. I do not know. You know, that day, and before they came there, police, army, all the international bodies came there to inspect. They never saw that camera. But Minister Fashola was the one that saw that camera. You know, it's crazy though, it's crazy. Well, I'm so happy about this, and a lot of people are happy as well. So now let's see what will happen. Let's see what Lai Mohammed will say, since he's the Minister of Information. Let's see exactly what he will say. Well, I'm not expecting him to agree with this panel, though. I'm not expecting him at all to agree. Well, and let's see, though. Let's see. Let's just forget about it. And check out this best wife student who was recently rewarded by Lagos State government with 200,000 naira yearly. They said best wife student get 200k yearly. That is about let me say that is about $400 yearly scholarship from Lagos State government. Then someone immediately responded. The person said, How much did they give the Big Brother Nigeria winner again? 19 million. The married woman that finished all the tissue paper in the house is now an ambassador, Abi. All the people contributing money for them will not reward this brilliant guy. Exactly. I do not know why we tend to promote immorality if we praise those people who are actually famous. But those people who are really putting in the work academically, who can really impact the society positively, we are just looking at them one eye. We do not even really appreciate them the most. Well, that is just life, though. That is just how it is. It's not as if, well, guys, can you leave a comment below and tell me how you feel about that? And Timaya said, they are doing vessels, artists coming out to challenge other artists. Well, Timaya said the only artist that can go head to head with two Baba in a versus is Timaya. That is coming from someone who wants Timaya and Two-Face idibia to go head to head. Don't forget, Timaya, Doc Almighty. Someone once said that Doc Almighty can go head to head with Timaya, and Timaya said, "Do not compare me with rubbish." Calling Doc Almighty a rubbish. Well, honestly, Doc Almighty, when it comes to musically and success in music, Doc Almighty don't reach Timaya. So I think it was generally an insult to Timaya. But Two-Face, Two Baba and Timaya, they are both a living legend, and I think they can go. Yeah. Guys, check out this moment. It's a Twitter troll, speechless as he is confronted by a judge during audition after he insulted her on Twitter. Apparently, the troll has said a number of hurtful things about the judge and other Ghanaian celebrities, only for him to go for an audition to see the person he has been attacking is the judge. When he was asked to defend the claim he's been making on Twitter about the host and other celebrity, he had nothing to say for himself except to say Twitter isn't real. Well, for those of you who are just sitting down at home behind your whatever, tweeting, insulting people, well, just imagine you being in this guy's shoes. How will you feel? How will you defend it? People who you were cursing online, you went on audition to face the same person. Is that not, no be juju be that? I know I usually insult you online, and yet I still have such boldness to meet you, to hoping that you will give me positive, hoping that you will give me positive review for me to succeed. Are you not being wicked? Well, check what they say here.
Welcome to another edition of.
Has a blog
write facts, so I don't think I'll be.
You write
facts.
When you write this, hey Sewa, we know what you've been up to in this country. What do you know?
Where did you pick that from?
That is your Twitter page.
Okay.
That
Twitter is our agenda.
What's this agenda? So in other words, it's about fooling and saying stupid things that is meant to tarnish someone else's image. What's this factual about what you've written about Sewa?
I mean, Twitter is a different world,
How? Twitter?
Get that right. You can't even spell am I. You can't even spell it. Yet you think you can sit behind a phone and write crap on Twitter about people. Simple am I. You can't spell it. But that's not the point. You question people's relevance. How relevant do you think you are? Because I've seen tweets of you rubbishing Lydia Forson too.
I need to get the source of.
It's your phone. Your phone is in your pocket. Your phone is in your pocket.
So you said you deal with facts. Yes. Living wrote just on October 10 that the 4.5k issue that person is paid more than you at GH1 TV.
Do you know my salary?
How did you know?
That's why I'm telling you that what you see on Twitter is different from.
You sit on Twitter and you write utter nonsense about people. You've said horrible things about me, Sewa, Lydia, Forsen, Bridget, other people on your Twitter. Here I am. Say it to my face.
Why should I?
Why shouldn't you?
Because Twitter is not real life.
I have always said that people who bully people, when they see them, they can't even talk.
You can't even.
You are a very
can't
clear
express-
example of those
You
people.
can't. If you sit on Twitter and you say that it's a different life, and you can insult Lydia Forsen that you haven't met before, and you meet her, you will go shush.
In
You
fact, you
can't
can't
speak
even-
like right now.
Because it looks like when you meet real human beings, you can't express
speak.
yourself.
You can know you go back on Twitter and write crap.
Yes.
Go ahead. I don't
At least.
care. But the thing is, you couldn't say it to my
I mean, I don't want to be in that guy's shoes at all. Well, any of you, have you ever expressed yourself like call out? No, there are some people who just make it their daily work to wake up every morning to just be, calling out other celebrities, other people. It's quite unfortunate. Someone like Buju, Buju now is not a musician. He already apologized though, but that was exactly what he was doing then, calling out all Nigeria celebrities, all Nigeria artists. There are people who are just like that, huh? They tweet all the time, cursing out, curse. Come on, man. Well, here's good news about Nigeria. Conjoined twins successfully separated at the University of Ilori Hospital, teaching hospital. Well, that is a good one. Congratulations to Nigeria. So it's about time we hear some really good medical reports about Nigeria. Then to end this video, here's a guy who was recently harassed by Nigeria police. According to the person who narrated this, he said, my friend was embarrassed and beaten by some unknown and uniformed men today at VI, broad daylight. They claimed they were from Special Force Unit and they wanted to detain him for no reason. They came in a licensed Sienna car. This happened on Uzumba at CV Tower. Some men in the Sienna car asked him and his driver to park, in which they obliged. After parking, they requested access into his car and initially refused and asked why they stopped him, because he thought they stopped him for beating a red light or something. The unknown guys insisted on getting access into the car. The boat driver opened the door and the uniformed man entered the front seat with his gun, while one of them was dressed in just normal corporate clothes. Guy entered the back seat. He asked for an ID, a card, and they refused to show him one. With my friend, immediately they enter. My friend asked them why they stopped him and if they have any allegation on him, but they said nothing and threatened to take him to their station. Immediately, my friend brought out his phone and started recording, and they tried to drag his phone from him and started hitting him. He ran out of the car and they kept following him and beating him till they couldn't catch up with him. They decided to leave him, and when they left, he quickly ran back to the car and took a picture of their plate number. They saw him and started chasing him again. He and his driver quickly drove to Bonnie Camp, the barracks. When they got there, he ran to the soldier at the gate for refuge, and the soldier asked them why they were chasing him. They said his car looked like someone they were chasing before. Just imagine how stupid this country is. It's so pathetic and irritating. How can you keep harassing people just because they are living comfortably? All those people are criminals, pure criminals. The better we know, the sooner we know it, the better for us. All those police, you see them with registered, not police car. They are pure criminals. Let us call them as criminals. And I think the police force should be treating them as criminals as well. Even if they are wearing police uniform, they should be arrested, detained, dismissed, and sentenced. Well, thank you guys for watching. It's your boy, Adamslinkmedia. Have a wonderful day. Stay blessed. Watch you out for my next video. Peace.